Breaking news, Governor Newsom has declared a state of emergency in Rancho Palos Verdes due to unprecedented land movement, which has forced power and gas shutoffs for hundreds of homes there. If you're watching us last night at 6, the mayor of Rancho Palos Verdes was on with Marla begging for the governor to do this. Now he has. Fox 11's Chelsea Edwards live there now with more. Chelsea.
That declaration is being discussed inside right now. Residents who are inside this meeting are just urging city council members to move forward locally and statewide if they can with anything that might help them, whatever is on the table, so that they can get back to their lives. They're saying they've been essentially left homeless, even though they pay their taxes, they pay their mortgages, and now they're being left without assistance. Hopefully, though, that emergency declaration coming from the governor will help with that. There are about 200 homes right now without power. Some of those homes without power indefinitely here in the Rancho Palos Verdes area. And residents just scrambling to figure out what their next steps are. Take a look at some of this video from the area over the last little while here. You've got damaged streets, damaged homes. Southern California Edison first cut power to about 140 homes in the Portuguese Bend neighborhood on Sunday. Then later, it was 105 homes in the Seaview neighborhood. Now, as we've been talking about, without power, the plumbing is compromised. Many of those homes have already had their gas shut off. So as you can imagine, these are pretty unlivable situations. Now, the governor's declaration noted that the Office of Emergency Services has been coordinating with emergency response officials here in LA County for nearly a year about the ongoing landslides in the area, which are now moving so rapidly that SoCal Edison determined it was just no longer safe to provide power to the affected homes. Now, on a local level, the city council is discussing several items tonight. They're talking about potentially expanding their own state of emergency, and also possibly installing a temporary power pole at the Ladera Linda Community Center. We heard from a handful of impassioned residents just moments ago. Listen here.
The notification and process that occurred over the weekend and what we all experienced yesterday was not smooth and was unacceptable. There remains no clarity on really what is happening. The notifications have been inconsistent. People were told they'd be out of power. They have it. Some people think they're going to have it in a week. Others think they might have it in 3 weeks. It's very inconsistent. There's no predictability or planning. We're adults. We can make decisions on good and bad, but we can't when you can't tell where you fall in a grid and how to make economically rational decisions for your household.
If it wasn't for the help of my family and my friends, I don't know what I would be doing right now. I had to vacate my house that I had lived there for almost 20 years in less than 24 hours. I have no gas indefinitely, and I have no electricity. I cannot live in my property.
I mean, you could just hear the pleading nature of their voices, just trying to get help. And again, hopefully some of that help will come from Governor Gavin Newsom and this state of emergency that's just been declared. Now, SoCal Edison officials also addressed the council today. One said he is, quote, awestruck by the impact these landslides are having on the community. And as we've heard throughout the process over the last 72 hours or so, this is just unprecedented in every way. The state officials, local officials have never dealt with anything like this before. So tonight on the table is a potential expansion of the local emergency order that is already in place. And also they are asking they might potentially ask Newsom for even more assistance beyond what was offered in today's declaration. We'll, of course, keep you posted. That meeting is set to go on for quite some time.